Right. Hello, and welcome back to the Spirit Crime Podcast. The one, well, not the one and only, but one of the podcasts of all time. As always, as always, I'm your host, Beau. With me, as always, as well, is my co-host, Gabe. Gabe, how are we?
We're here.
Don't even get me started. But also with us, as y'all remember on episode 3, we had Lillie with us. We have Lillie with us again today.
I'm back.
We're so back.
And today, Lillie has done our research for this episode, so she will be kind of taking a little more for the information.
Yeah, Beau and Gabe here are going in blind to this one, so we have absolutely zero idea what's about to happen.
Oh, you don't know the chances.
What does that even mean?
What if I should die?
Was that a corn reference?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Anyways, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, as y'all know, last week we finished up John Wayne Gacy. If you haven't checked that one out, I heavily suggest that you do.
Sorry for that last episode.
Don't even get me started. This week we're looking at... Who are we looking at?
JonBenét Ramsey.
Benet.
Benet.
Sorry, it sounds like very close to... I don't even want to try and pronounce it.
Isn't that like isn't beignet like the those like pastries that they do in New Orleans?
Beignet.
That's what I was thinking.
That's a beignet.
That's my bad.
It's really close.
That's my fault.
Very close.
My bad.
But her name is JonBenét. It's not like a middle name. It's like
I thought it was man.
Oh, that's her full name?
That's her full name, JonBenét. So her dad is John Benet. So her name is JonBenét.
Wait.
Her dad's name is John.
Dash.
I assume middle name is Benet. So her name is a mash of JonBenét.
Is it one long word?
It's one long word. You want to see it?
Yeah,
Dude.
Jon.
Oh, there's a dash on top of the E too.
Yeah, it's like a accent.
It's like an accent.
It's an accent.
Okay, I understand.
That's like if I was like, oh, I'm gonna be original with my kid's name. First name and my middle name. Done. Praise me. What?
JonBenét Ramsey Jr.
Sorry, this is another thing that like it frustrates me on a little rant, like how they don't with history with like Caesar. No, my kid's name is Caesar. What does he want to do? He wants to be the Caesar. So what are you, Caesar the Caesar?
Like the pizza place?
Like the Romans.
But Caesar wasn't. Wait, was he Roman?
Greek Roman? I want to say Roman. Yeah.
I thought he was Athens. Oh wait, that's in Greece. Yar!
Okay.
I doubted myself. I was like, wait a minute.
This time change, man.
I just have to say, shout out to Josh, my coworker, because I listened to the wrong podcast for like 4 weeks. He played it. All right, let's get into this.
Wait, what?
JonBenét Ramsey.
Both stop Googling it. Just give up.
My bad.
He threw his phone.
Goodbye, phone.
Alright.
JonBenét Ramsey. This is one of the most infamous unsolved murder cases in American history. She was a 6-year-old beauty pageant contestant.
Oh, beans. That blows.
Yes. This one's really sad. But this case became such a global obsession media-wise because it had so many shocking elements, like very mysterious. It's been 30 years this year since this happened.
Oh,
this is still unsolved. Many of the things is the family was very wealthy and very socially prominent in their community.
That's a red flag.
One, she was a child pageant star.
That's always a red flag.
There is a bizarre ransom note, and the body was discovered in the basement just hours after the police were called.
Wait, what?
I'll get to it. I will get to it.
Look, okay, so I'm just hearing the start out. I'm a little less baffled, especially after the Gacy case.
Dude, I don't want to be reminded of that, man.
Too bad.
So,
I'm not a colonel.
Snagging a Tinder.
Despite 3 decades of investigation, suspects, media coverage, and new forensic technologies, The case still remains unsolved.
The police were paid off. I'm saying this now. I'm
Where
gonna
did
start
that
off.
come from?
Rich family, dead kid.
The biggest question and everything is, was there an intruder? Or was it someone inside the house?
I think it
Or
was
do we
someone in the
think
house.
that it was Tiana from Princess and the Frog?
Oh.
It's not Beignet, Beau. I'm sorry. My bad.
Are we sure it's not Tatiana?
What the hell is...
Bust down, Tatiana.
Oh my. So, to give a little background on the family, we have John and Patsy Ramsey. John was a wealthy tech executive and the president of Access Graphics.
What a dork.
The company was extremely successful.
Oh.
John had also been previously married before Patsy and had 3 children.
Oh, where? Oh.
Beau's moving around.
So the dad was previously married.
Dad was previously married. And I believe his children also were adults at this point. And I think they still lived with him. I'm not 100% sure. Some things say that they were. A lot of my research doesn't even bring them up.
And this was what, 19 something?
This was in I had this written down.
I'm not good with math.
Well, if it was 30 years ago, then 1996.
1996.
Why are you clapping?
I don't know.
So, Patsy Ramsey was also a former beauty queen. She had won Miss West Virginia in 1977.
So she was the mountain mama?
Do you think she met the Mothman?
She could have.
The Mothman? You know the Mothman? I love the Mothman. I'm
The
sorry.
Mothman who lives down Drury Lane?
I was gonna say it.
The Mothman! The Muffin Man!
The Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man! I just absolutely redlined the speaker, and I feel so bad.
Alright, we're stimming. Let's move on.
So,
You want to punch
Patsy Ramsey, she was heavily involved in JonBenét's pageantry in the pageant world. She was pretty much the reason that JonBenét even competed. She was her coach. She choreographed everything she did. She would draw her costumes. Like, it was very heavily handed in that world.
It was very obsessive.
Yes.
It seems like the mom from Mean Girls. Y'all ever seen Mean
Yes.
Girls?
Yes.
You know when they're doing the dance on the stage
Uh-huh.
and the mom's like doing the moves?
I'm a cool mom.
I think of dance moms. Whenever I think of pageant world, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest.
I was
Dance
thinking
moms.
more Toddlers
Toddlers
and
and
Tiaras.
tiaras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to watch that show as a kid.
It's entertainment. It's true
It's not
entertainment.
entertaining. I hated it.
Oh,
Dance moms is entertaining.
No.
It's
Dance Moms isn't.
it's really much like you're like, how did no one think that these children were being abused?
Well, anyways.
JonBenét also
JonBenét.
had a brother, Burke Ramsey, who was 9 years old.
Burke, like
Burke.
Dragons of Burke.
Burke.
How was that spelled?
Burke.
What a stupid name. Sorry. I'm sorry.
This is I feel bad, but like we've hit the low branches of the naming tree. we got
It's not even
one kid that's sort of like first name, middle name combined. Boom, that's your name. Oh, Burke. Yeah,
Oh, Burke was first.
but like
That's not even like the branches. That's like the dead twigs at the bottom.
I really feel bad for it, but I'm sorry if your name's Burke.
Alright, I'll move on before Beau says something.
Again, I apologize to the people out there named Burke.
So, on Christmas Day of 1996.
Christmas Day?
Christmas Day.
That's gotta be a crappy Christmas present.
In the morning, as the parents, so John and Patsy, claim, the family celebrates Christmas at home. JonBenét and Burke both receive multiple gifts. Friends would later describe the morning as completely normal. In the afternoon, the Ramseys attend a Christmas dinner at a home of family friends. Witnesses say that JonBenét was energetic. She appeared normal, and nothing unusual occurred at all. So around 9 p.m., the family returns home. According to John and Patsy, JonBenét fell asleep in the car, John carried her upstairs, and Patsy changed her into pajamas, and Burke reportedly stayed downstairs and was playing with a toy. And that was the last time that any of them saw JonBenét.
Now, how do you lose your own kid in your house?
How do you put your kid to bed, change them, and lose your kid? That's my thing. Not in your own house, but know where you put your kid.
What was I about to say? I just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Did they not I guess as a parent, did you not check on them at some point?
They were reportedly heavily drunk.
That would do it.
They were drinking at the other home.
Nothing says Christmas like getting sloshed, right?
Yeah, it's Christmas, man.
Christmas is good if you can't remember it.
So, the next morning, so December 26th, at approximately 5:30 in the morning.
Oh dear.
Patsy wakes up. She walks down the back spiral staircase and finds a 3-page handwritten ransom note.
Ooh,
that's a long ransom note.
3 pages.
That it's already thrown a few red flags there.
Yeah.
We don't know where our kid went, and I'm up at 5 in the morning, just randomly, and I find it.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know what she was doing?
So their house, like I said, they were extremely wealthy.
Yes.
Three stories. The entire top story was just Patsy and John. So the entire floor was their part.
I live in a mobile home.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to throw that out there.
The second floor was the kids.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom floor was the kitchen, the living room,
Everything.
and then there's a basement. So really,
it's a 4-story
there's 4
house.
levels.
That reminds me of that one Key and Peele skit with what is it? Jaden Smith. He's playing basketball outside the limo. Whoa! The stuff that moves by outside the door.
What?
It's
Anyways.
Okay. So I am going to read you this ransom note.
Okay.
So it starts, Mr. Ramsey, listen carefully.
Mm-hmm.
We are a group of individuals that represent a small foreign faction. We respect your business, but not the country that it serves. At this time, we have your daughter in our possession. She is safe and unharmed. If you want her to see 1997, you must follow our instructions to the letter. You will withdraw $118,000 from your account. $100,000 will be in $100 bills, and the remaining $18,000 in $20 bills. Make sure you bring an adequate sized. I don't know actually how to pronounce this word.
What?
But I know that it means suitcase.
What is it?
It's like attaché or something.
Attaché.
Yes.
Attaché.
Thank you.
Welcome.
To the bank. When you get home, you will put the money in a brown paper bag. I will call you between 8 and 10 a.m. tomorrow to instruct you on delivery. The delivery will be exhausting, so I advise you to be rested. If we monitor you getting the money early, we might call you early to arrange an earlier delivery of the money and hence an earlier pickup of your daughter. Now this is where it gets a little more weird.
Spicy.
Yeah. So any deviation of my instructions will result in the immediate execution of your daughter.
Dang, bro.
You will also be denied of her remains for a proper burial.
Wow.
The 2 gentlemen watching over your daughter do not particularly like you, so I advise you do not provoke them. Speaking to anyone about your situation, such as police, FBI, etc., will result in your daughter being beheaded. If we catch you talking to a stray dog, she dies. If you alert bank authorities, she dies. If the money is in any way marked or tampered with, she dies. You will be scanned for electronic devices, and if any are found, she dies. You can try to deceive us, but we are familiar with law enforcement countermeasures, and tactics. You stand a 99% chance of killing your daughter if you try to outsmart us. Follow our instructions, and you stand a 100% chance of getting her back. You and your family are under constant scrutiny, as well as the authorities. Don't try to grow a brain, John. You are not the only fat cat around. You don't think that killing will be difficult. Don't underestimate us, John. Use the good southern common sense of yours. It's up to you now, John. Victory, SBTC.
You know, the way it's written kind of sounds like it's someone close to him, like it's very personal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's kind of what I gathered off of it with the wording, because the terrorist organization thing is kind of just thrown there
That's
to me.
kind of just out of the blue.
That
doesn't
sounds
really make
like-
sense.
We represent a small foreign faction.
That sounds like just to try and throw off that, like, hey, you know, we're not from the U.S. or anything. We're just, we're foreign. It just kind of sounds like a throw in there to try and take off that. Because, again, it kind of sounds like it's like someone who knows him and was personally just mad at him.
Yeah.
Or someone he could have wronged.
It starts out like a political statement.
Yeah,
I
and
feel
then
like-
it just evolves into, like, you know, you're not the only fat cat around.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the we respect you, but we don't respect the country that you work for. I feel like that's just a wrench
Yeah.
that they threw in there.
Because I feel like it could have even been just a thing of we don't respect your company.
Yeah. Because
What does me working at a tech company have to do with respecting my country? That's.
Mhm.
But that's just as it was said. It is a very weird ransom note.
The entirety of everything behind the ransom note is crazy.
And, like, again, it's just like, we know your security, we know your surveillance.
Mm-hmm.
Someone close to him.
Remember that. Someone close to him. Alright?
Beau, wake up.
I'm awake.
So, instead of following the instructions,
Oh, great.
Patsy immediately calls 911.
Well, that was against the rules.
So,
I don't know if it was a panic thing or not thinking thing,
I mean,
really.
call me crazy. If you get a ransom note saying stuff like that, I'm going to follow exactly what that ransom note says. That's just me. And I'm broke.
so I want you to remember how you feel about this when I tell you
It's-
more
Okay.
in a little bit.
Knowing that he called the police, too, is kind of a... I understand the level of concern for your kid, but at the same time, it's kind of weird to be like, hey, your kid's going to die if you reach out to someone, and you immediately
Let me reach out to somebody.
Yeah.
You can listen to Patsy's phone call to the 911 operator. She does sound panicked, which of course you would
Yeah.
be. Your child is missing. But with some of the wordings that she uses, like she immediately goes, "We have a kidnapping." Not, "My daughter's been kidnapped.
Who is
my
we?
daughter's missing." She says, "We have a kidnapping."
Were they French?
Ooh, wee
Yes, have a kidnapping.
wee.
No.
Ooh, wee wee.
I'm
Oh,
Enchanté.
so
That there's another flag of, like, the note and then her being like, we have a kidnapping.
mhm.
Because we means it's plural. It's not just like I have a kidnapping. It's
I
just
guess
weird.
she could be referring to like her and her husband.
But it's that not
That's just
still
weird
weird.
wording.
It's just a weird wording that people have picked up on.
We
Because,
have a
like,
pregnant.
That's like it makes sense for like cops and stuff. We had a kidnapping the other day.
Mhm.
You know, we had to deal with the situation, but like
Not a
Not-
mother that's
looking at your kid, looking at the situation and thinking about your kid and going, we have a kidnapping.
Mhm.
It's just weird.
it's just weird.
It's weird.
So more weird things about this ransom note.
Oh lord.
So when investigators come in, do their thing,
Do those things.
it is found that the ransom note was written inside the home.
What?
It was written inside the home
Okay, so dad.
because the pen and the paper belonged to Patsy.
So they broke in supposedly, hypothetically.
Mm-hmm.
We know, according to them, it has to be at least be 3 people. If we're a small organization.
Okay.
Let's just assume 3 people.
Well, like we said, like in the ransom note, it said 2 men were holding JonBenét.
And then one guy was
And
writing
then
the letter.
this one guy is writing this.
We assume
note,
at least 3 people.
At least.
Broke into the house.
Mm-hmm.
Kidnapped a kid without a peep. Woke no one up. Made no noise. Like, so far as I know, again, going in blind. No evidence of breaking. No nothing. Sat down. Grabbed a pen. Looked for a pen and paper.
Mm-hmm. Sat
down. Wrote all this down. Then took the kid out of the house.
Yes.
Realistically, if they found the ransom note at 5:30, they would have had to done this at like 1 in the morning or something like that.
Angie didn't hear a car.
Personally, I think this is a load of malarkey.
Yeah.
I think what happened is one of the parents had to have written this letter to stage something.
Yeah.
Because it's giving. Do y'all remember the UFO boy or whatever it was? The kid they acted like their kid was trapped in this balloon thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it went up into the sky. Everybody's freaking out, and then he was somehow in the attic or something like that.
Yeah.
And then there's this whole story about, oh, mommy and daddy told me to hide up here because they were trying to make a story. I feel like they were trying to make a story out of this, or they were trying to divert attention away from them.
I love that you're already catching on to this, and I barely even scratched the surface.
Are we for real?
I barely scratched the surface.
I think something went down and their kids seen something that they weren't supposed to. I feel like there's a little bit of that in play. And someone could have lashed out, and this happened, and now they're trying to cover it up.
Well, more about this ransom note.
That grin.
I'm not even done with the ransom note. I haven't even gotten to anything else.
Look, the John Wayne case created so much speculation.
There were multiple drafts found in the trash can.
There's okay. You write the first one. No, that's not good enough. Number 2. Dude, why's your handwriting so neat? Hold on. How does this work? What do I do with these? Just toss them in the trash. Duh. How do you not burn the evidence? Hide it somewhere.
You would assume they would find DNA on these papers, right? Right?
We'll get to DNA.
Okay, cool.
We'll get to DNA. So, investigators estimate that it would have taken approximately 21 minutes to write this ransom note.
Not including the drafts?
I'm not sure if they were including the drafts.
Hey, bro, go grab a beer from the fridge. Let's write this ransom note.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you put in we're a terrorist organization.
No. Dude, we gotta make it cool. Put in a terrorist organization. How do you even, again, the terrorist organization sounds very much like a way to be like, oh, no, we won't tie it to someone local.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say my favorite thing about recording this podcast is Gabe getting so amped up and flustered about things. It's so fun to watch.
Because it's the Family Feud buzzer. Could it be the creepy uncle? Dude.
I can't breathe.
I'm gonna say one more thing about the ransom note, and then we'll move on. The amount that was demanded. $118,000.
Such a weird number.
It is very specific.
It's exactly the amount that John Ramsey's recent Christmas bonus was.
Bro.
The exact amount.
So who else would know that other than the father? Is my question.
Family? Uncles? Maybe? Do we know? Maybe?
Oh, you said maybe.
Do we know anything about what it's John Benét is the dad?
Mm-hmm. John Benét.
Sorry.
Ramsey.
That's a long name.
JonBenét.
We could just refer to the father as John.
The father, yes.
But did John have any brothers and sisters? That we know of?
I am unaware of.
Because did his wife have any siblings?
I do not have that information. I know that I believe she was originally from West Virginia.
Oh man.
Because
she was Miss West Virginia, but she went to West Virginia like the college, I think.
That's where my grandfather went to college. I don't talk to him.
Because did
he was from Michigan.
Did she
go blue?
Did she come from money? I know you can be Miss West Virginia and all that, but
I feel like both of the parents came from money.
I would assume, considering
their house was 3 stories tall.
But because of
I stand
John,
corrected. He was from Nebraska. He went to Michigan State University.
Go blue!
But
okay, I just want to say it's kind of funny how our first 2 cases on this podcast are both someone named John. Have y'all noticed that?
Yeah. But it's just kind of like speculation because when you get a big bonus like that, if you're close with siblings or something,
I have
or
not
friends.
seen anything that has to do with siblings about either parents.
Yeah.
So I would assume either that they had nothing to do with this.
Because
Or
maybe
they had everything to do with it.
maybe it was stemming from someone from John's company, jealousy.
Interesting.
That's a good song.
I
Olivia
will,
Rodrigo.
I will get into suspects
Because I just have to say
later.
the thought on that with it being an exact bonus and other executives on occasion will,
Loud thunder.
and the thunder rolls. But sometimes they'll trickle down, the boss got this much as a bonus, and it's not unheard of for workplace discrepancies where they get mad over that or try to fight them or I deserve that bonus or I didn't get that big of a bonus.
Well, I want to say he owned the company.
He was the company owner, right?
He was the president of the company.
Oh.
But, still lower companies, it's not unheard of the working man to get screwed over in big
He was
companies.
the president. El Presidente. Shout out Chili's. Presidente Margarita. Those things are terrible.
Blood.
I hate those things.
Chili's sponsor us, never mind.
Don't actually. I hate Chili's with all of my heart.
Bro,
I'm not gonna go into Chili's.
but the
because I
3
could
for
really-
me. And the triple dipper.
I was about to say you didn't say the 3. You didn't say the triple dipper, but you said the 3 for me. You psychopath.
Bro, I can afford 2 people to eat in this economy for $25.
Crazy.
Okay, continue.
All right. So, Patsy called the police at 5:52 a.m.
Didn't she go downstairs at 5?
5:30.
5:30. So it took her 20 minutes.
It took her 20 minutes to read the 20-minute note, apparently.
So, in the time it took her to read the note was the time it took to make the note.
So, I said approximately she went down at 5:30. That's what she says. So, the police arrived within minutes because kidnapping of a 6-year-old child.
I was gonna say rich white people, but
Beau,
It
you
is
are gonna have to
it is
speak up from
Boulder,
that far away.
Colorado.
yeah, you're right.
You can move one of the pillows and lay on
No,
the
it's
pillow.
fine. It's fine.
Use the knuff pillow.
He is enough. So, when police arrive, there is no evidence of any forced entry. There is no footprints in the snow or the mud.
So it was snowing outside.
It was snowing
It
outside.
was Christmas.
It was Christmas
Okay,
in Boulder, Colorado.
I didn't hear the Colorado part. Forgive me.
My mistake. This was in Boulder, Colorado.
Boulder. I just met her.
I mean, my mattress got stole there, so.
You're never getting older.
We knew. Sorry, listeners. I apologize.
There were also no tool marks on any of the doors or the windows.
So
So there's,
So the person would either have to have access to the home
or it's Tom Cruise.
or was already inside of the home.
okay, red flag number 1: rich people not locking their doors.
Well, back in that day, people didn't really lock their doors.
But it's rich people. Rich people still locked their doors.
I would assume lock your door, but I was not born in the 90s, so
Yeah.
none of us were.
Wow.
None of us were.
It's kind of like you'd have to helicopter in and teleport through the door for all this to match up.
Mm.
I think this whole entire thing is just bullcrap.
I think it's a ruse.
I think that there was no foreign faction and that this is a cover-up of some sorts. Because there's no... You said it yourself. There was no footprints.
Mm-hmm.
There's no signs of a break-in. No signs of a struggle. So how did they get into the house if they got into the house?
And they wrote the note when they got there.
And they wrote the
They wrote like 4 drafts of it.
There were multiple drafts.
with pen and paper from the mother.
From the mother.
Did they say anything about like distinction of the drafts?
I only have the one.
I need to stop spitting at questions now.
I'm so sorry.
Cause like
I feel like I'm not having the right information, but I felt like I did.
No, you do.
no, don't worry. I done that to
I'm
Beau.
sure you do.
I asked questions and Beau's like,
I can tell you about the ransom note. They did have both John and Patsy rewrite the note in their own handwriting, and had them individually write every single word multiple times, and many of them, the investigators, ruled out John. Not enough people ruled out Patsy. So it is heavily believed that Patsy wrote the note.
Because that's like, the thing about there being 2 people is, again,
the only thing that is agreed upon is that a woman wrote the note.
because like then you could like throw into speculation that Patsy, right, the mom,
Mm-hmm.
she could have been covering for John or covering up for John while they were working on hiding the body of the kid or trying to come up with a story.
Yes.
Or she was panicking that this, it's going to sound bad to say, but like this fancy upheld life and reputation of them was about to crumble,
Mm-hmm.
and she was trying to cover up for.
Gabe is so on a great track right now, and so is Beau.
You know,
I'm so proud of y'all.
I literally had a listener message me whenever we were dropping the Gacy episodes, and they made a point, was like, if Gabe doesn't really know much about true crime, then how is he making guesses? I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know! The literal...
Because in him knowing, like, basically nothing, and then just, like, hitting it right on the head.
With,
Just shows that he can, like, pay attention.
It's like a partial lock-in, okay?
Yeah.
It's just like... It's like with the Gacy case, it was just like... Well, okay, I'll put it this way. My only, like, true crime or whatever I know of is I know a little bit of Ted Bundy. A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just because I made a comment because I want a Volkswagen Beetle, and the comment was made, hey, you know Ted Bundy used to kill people in a Beetle, and I was like, don't do this to me! And then a little bit of Dahmer because of the Dahmer show, because I unfortunately had to sit through like 3 episodes of it.
We're gonna party. Party hardy.
Ugh. Anyways.
I'll drag the Colonel into this.
No. No.
I'm serious, I can't look at KFC the same.
Oh god. Okay. So when the police arrived and were looking around the home, they originally attempted to search the basement, but it was locked.
Great.
Yes.
Okay, and another side note. Nobody related... Why don't play...
Oh.
Don't play what?
But, what was their last name?
Ramsey.
Ramsey. There was no law enforcement or anyone tied to the Ramseys, right?
Not that I'm aware of. No.
Okay, because like, it's a random side note, but like when I hear about stuff happening like this, I think of it got popular. It's random. It's a chuckle, but Carol Baskins
Mm-hmm.
and killing her husband. Her brother was law enforcement and found the van, and that's like. It's ride or die family. It's just a thought to throw into speculation, because even if you have someone that works at a morgue or like in the government that can shuffle any paperwork,
Mm-hmm.
It's something to roll in.
There are so many mistakes, just plain, easily avoidable mistakes in this investigation, just from the police department and their initial search. Like, it's so horrible.
Who did we hear that about? Last episode.
So we're 2 for 2 on police not knowing
Being
how to
idiots.
investigate
Yes.
people named John.
Yes, because one of the biggest mistakes, friends and neighbors were all let inside the house during the investigation.
Are you?
I am 100% like being for real.
Oh my god!
So
Just can't just
again,
just
that's
just
why you
open
said it.
Where
Someone close.
Where did they find her body?
Basement.
In the basement. That's just like opening the door. Hey guys, take a look. Like it's
With the colonel.
a SeaWorld exhibit.
Yes, they had
Now I'm getting heated.
so many people walking in and out of the house, the entire house, for hours before they found the body.
So somebody else was in on it.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say that. I just they would contaminate all of those people, all that foot traffic in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Would leave so much evidence that could throw a wrench in any kind of investigation. Because people's hairs fall out.
yeah.
People
Any
touch
potential
things,
evidence
fingerprints, everything.
Well,
was contaminated.
my thought to that too is who's the first one who wanted to get in the house?
I don't know.
And why would you be? I understand to check on it, but like,
No, the Ramseys called friends over to have them come over.
see that too is like sketchy in itself.
Mm-hmm. Reportedly, some of their friends were helping clean the house while this is happening. Like, they were spraying down the kitchen counters and wiping them and, cleaning the house.
Again, okay, so what was that one y'all Jody and they were watching? It was something Murdo. It was like Murdoch, Murdo,
Murdaugh. It's,
yeah,
I think it was like South Carolina.
and something like the like they had a maid, and the dude called the maid over
Mm-hmm.
to do her job,
Yeah.
and she came in and was like, something's off here, but she still cleaned, which it feels like one of those situations. Like, how much evidence can we hide in the easiest way possible?
Because, well, at this point, the police were still under the impression that this was a kidnapping,
Yep.
not a murder.
That would do it.
And definitely were not aware that JonBenét was in the basement. Already passed.
I'm still
But the fact that all of these people
are
we're just
in the house.
freely walking around the house, the only thing that they taped off was JonBenét's bedroom.
Rip.
But
Everything
not the
else,
basement.
They couldn't get into the basement because
The
it
door
was
was
locked.
locked, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, that make. Yeah.
So, no one goes, huh, why is this locked?
Here's the thing. At 10 a.m., they made it into the basement and discovered that the lights were already on and that the door to the wine cellar was open. Looking around, it was found that a window was open that John Ramsey had claimed that he broke months ago and had never gotten around to fixing it.
Yeah, you're full of it.
Okay, I'm gonna put a little peg here.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot how rich they were when you said basement and wine cellar.
Mm-hmm.
I had to take a time and process that it was one room.
Yes.
So
So there's the basement, and then another room of the wine cellar, and then they probably had a storage room.
Yeah,
And, this
so-
it's a whole underground.
yeah, on top the 4-story.
Mm-hmm.
So
But these windows were big enough that you can get through.
where are you?
It
Beau's
Posting,
doing
I'm posting on my story that the episode's dropping tonight.
Yay! But how do we not immediately go, all right, pal, you're a suspect, get cuffed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not just get cuffed. I don't care.
Well, the window is where many speculate the supposed infiltrator entered and exited to avoid any forced
But the basement's locked.
But the basement's
The
locked.
The basement was locked.
How do you...
And upon further investigation, the grime and cobwebs on the window seal suggest that no one could have gone through it.
So, like...
Because they had not been messed with. And, like I said, it was snowing outside.
So...
There were no footprints.
So there's no water from any snow that could have caked on a boot.
Mm-mm.
Cobwebs weren't removed, so guys, that deters people, right? I need to break into this house. Oh, there's cobwebs. I'm not going in there, you know. And the door was locked. Man, they must have had a key or something. Like,
Well, maybe it wasn't locked before.
and the wine door was open. They didn't go in there and look in the wine cellar. They didn't take anything. They didn't break anything. This is clear. This is what the supposed motive is. We are a small terrorist group or foreign group. Sorry, we're a small foreign group. We don't like you, and we kidnapped your kid. We're about to kill. We have malicious intent.
We don't want to kill, but if you don't listen to what we say, we will do it.
We're gonna be really kind and quiet in your house. We're not gonna break anything. We're not gonna leave dirt, which I can understand the dirt. You know, we're trying to kind of cover ourselves.
We're gonna throw away our paper.
I want you to remember. I want you to remember you saying you won't hear anything.
It just doesn't. It doesn't make sense that if somebody broke into the house, if they broke in through the basement,
well,
the basement door,
they didn't break anything. The window was already broken.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay,
even
but
if they slipped into the basement through the window, the basement door was locked. So how did they get to the second floor where JonBenét was sleeping, snag her, and then take her to the basement when the basement door was locked?
I feel like
I'm gonna blow a
from
gasket.
inside.
If y'all could see the look on my face right now, I'm about to have malicious intent.
So our basement locks from the inside. And we have our wine cellar, and we left it open. And the window's broken in there.
A fine vintage.
What's next? Oh, the intruder came in there. We chased him out. They locked the door and closed it after taking my kid. What are they gonna be like? Guys, we heard a noise, and they had our kid. Now we've seen our kid, and they chased them down the basement. We forgot to mention they had our kid chasing them through the basement. Ah!
Okay.
Sorry.
Directly underneath the window, there was a suitcase.
There was a suitcase. Suitcase.
With scuff marks on the top.
Oh no.
And this is what leads people to believe that someone used it to step onto to climb through the window. And that is what people's main evidence of there was an intruder. Not because it's a suitcase and, you know, it can get stuffed up at the airport or in the car or on like anywhere. Because someone stepped on it.
Somebody stepped
on the suitcase.
If somebody stepped on it, I presume the suitcase was empty. I would assume so if it was sitting in the basement, right?
Or it could just be using.
But it has
storage.
Wheels. You step on a suitcase.
It wasn't one of like the big ones that I.
It was
I
like a tiny one.
It was like one of the, like almost briefcase looking ones.
The rich people.
Yeah,
ones.
the fancy rich
The
people.
ones with all those leather straps and everything. That's what I'm at.
If you step on one of those, it collapses under your full body weight.
That
would make sense.
Do we know how high up this window was? Because that's like
I know that there are pictures of this window.
That's
That's
a like genuine thought for me because like I assume it's a fancy basement. I just assume with
A fancy basement.
It's not.
Dude.
It's not a fancy basement. It is large. Basement.
So we just like skipped out on the basement.
So this is.
Dude, show that to Beau.
Let me
That
see
is
this.
utter bullcrap.
Absolutely
Okay,
not.
flip it back to me.
Yeah.
So that's at least 4 feet, right?
Yeah, so I would describe it to the listeners. Think like a dingier like basement, and think like 4-ish, 5 feet up to the window with a little like, what'd you
Carry-on bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
carry-on bag, and the window is like a, what, like 2x2
Well, let me see.
window?
I'd say a 2x4 window.
2x4 window that like latches and swings open.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a person could fit through the window,
Yeah,
technically
A
speaking.
But-
person could very easily fit through that window.
And he said it was broken, like it wouldn't open, or broken wouldn't latch close.
I assume wouldn't latch close. Here's a picture of it from the outside.
Oh no! Someone a hunt? No, that's not.
There, from looking at it, there would have been any kind of mud.
Footprints.
There would have
mud,
been footprints.
Snow.
scraping.
Snow. Winter is coming. All
Yes,
right.
if you would like to see the cobweb that was still on.
That's in the corner of the window. You can avoid that.
That was the cobweb.
Okay, if somebody went through that window and that cobweb was there, it would have been disturbed
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because it's a person going through a window, a
Yes.
very tight window, might I add.
A very.
How? And like, okay, so
I didn't think that this case was going to make me crash out as much as it is right now.
I knew it would, and that is why I
it's
picked it.
well, it's
You are
like,
evil.
Thank you.
it's kind of like the parents are like, okay, your kid was took. All right, let's get down to this. Okay, now you have a foreign group. How did we get here?
What are we doing here?
Why are you going after the president of the company and not the CEO? Again,
Who knows?
it kind of sounds like he might have wronged someone, and they had dirt on him.
Is it? Or was it someone inside the house? Was it an intruder? That is the biggest question. Was it an intruder? Or was
I
it
think-
inside the house?
I really think. Let me give me a second.
I want your answer
I'll
at
let-
the end.
I'll let you. Okay,
I
we're
want
waiting
your
till the
answer
end.
I was
at
just
the
gonna
Waiting
throw
till the
this.
end.
It really sounds like either they got caught doing something they weren't supposed to, or it could have been his wife wanting more money from him.
Okay.
It could have been, and he was trying to cover that up.
I'm gonna add one more thing that they found in the basement at this time. Because this is before they find the body.
What's the
We
body?
haven't even found the body yet.
I hate it here.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Just tune in.
They found footprints in the basement of a men's high-tech work boot. But John, the father, does not own any such work
I just have
boots.
to put a pause. John the father.
That was-
So,
so that is
what
also...
do they even describe high-tech work boots as?
I have a headache.
I like genuinely. What do we describe high-tech work boots as? Am I that poor? Like I have Ariats. Those are expensive to me. What are high-tech work boots? Oh, they have Velcro straps. $4,000. So.
Mhm.
it
Would you
kind-
like me to continue?
Please.
Well, the high-tech work boot thing kind of. It seems like another throw-off flag. You know, oh, we don't have this in the house.
Like this is the imprint of the boot. You can't really like. They had to make like a mold of it to
Let me
be
see it.
able to.
You're too blind for this right
Yeah,
now.
you won't be able to.
It looks like a boot with a slant in it.
That barely even looks like a footprint.
I'm aware.
That's like, you ever see those pictures of like, I found this in the mountains and it's just a red circle on nothing?
But remember, there were no footprints found outside.
But how was there a footprint found
there were
inside the
only
basement?
boot prints inside the basement. That is it.
So so whoever did it had to be living in the house.
But
No, you don't get it. They took their shoes off.
They took their shoes off in the
They
snow.
broke it. They broke in the already broken door. ran upstairs, wrote the note, but before they went out the locked door, they unlocked it from the inside, opened the door, pulled their boots off, went inside, kidnapped the child. They all whispered, "Hey man, your shoes are off, right?" Then they all ran back downstairs like, "Oh, me thinks I'm gonna write a ransom note in 20 minutes. Oh wait, dude, that one doesn't look good. Throw it in the family's trash. That one doesn't look good. Throw it in the family trash. Oh wait, shoot, we're kidnapping a kid. Let's crawl back out the door. Wait, man. You get us some, let's just fly away. Let's teleport out.
Let's phase through the door like the T-1000 from Terminator 2.
What is one of the biggest things is the note and the kidnapping do not correlate. How do you... This implies they either broke in, sat down, wrote the note, or it took them 20 minutes to capture the kid. This implies they either... Again, we're going off 3 people. This is our basis. 2 of them are holding on to the kid, and 1 of them is doing the phone or the note stuff, right? So 3 people. 2 of them had to at least go up there. First off, the 3 of them had to get into the house without being heard. Mm-hmm. And you know, when moving in a group trying to be quiet, you're going to make some noise.
I want you to remember, without being heard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because my next point.
So
we're assuming 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
you know how hard it is to stay quiet at 1, 2 in the morning?
Yeah.
Every time I go into the kitchen to get a Jello,
you drop something,
and then I try to open the drawer for spoons.
Loud.
It sounds like a bomb is going off.
And they're going up a stairwell, at least 1, 2 flights of stairs.
Remember, if they came in through the basement, that's 1 level.
And
then up to the 2nd floor
then
to get the kid.
Second floor is to get the kid.
And
so
then
that's
back,
another
2 flights
level.
of stairs.
Back down the stairs to write the note. And then back down the basement steps.
And plus, they put them on the stairs from Patsy on the 3rd level to the 2nd level. So they would have had to at least go halfway up another one.
This implies This implies on top of it. This is why it makes me think.
Beau's face is
there
so
done. This is again, 2 people who know the layout of the house and know the kids are on the 2nd floor.
Mm-hmm.
They know where the basement is.
They had to know where JonBenét's room is.
Or
yes.
maybe, just maybe. Hear me out here, because I'm just spitballing. Maybe it was the parents.
Maybe.
They knew the house.
Well,
it was in her handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
They both had an air quote alibi. They were both drunk and don't remember what happened.
Okay, I really want to point out.
Please move on before I have an aneurysm.
You're about to have an aneurysm, most likely. If she's saying, "Hold on, let me move on," it means it's going to be worse.
I need to move on to this. So neighbors report that they saw lots of activity in the Ramsey home past midnight.
Great.
One claimed, and this is what I want you to go back on.
Is this going to be
not hearing anything?
Is this going to be a Gacy situation?
Their neighbor claimed that they heard JonBenét screaming in the middle of the night, and I quote, "It was the longest, most terrible scream of my life."
And they didn't say anything?
She knew the parent, she said, she knew the parents were home, and thought that whatever it was that was happening to their daughter, at least they were home to fix whatever may have caused it.
No, Cheryl, just turn the TV up. Same thing.
I want you to remember, no one in the house heard anything.
Maybe the parents are guilty.
No one in the house heard anything. I just...
What?
I told you. It was gonna be worse.
If a child lets out a blood-curdling scream in my neighbor's house, and I know that they relatively are quiet people and all this and everything. Hello, 911? Yeah, we got a domestic violence going on. I'm going to lose phone call.
Immediately.
I don't care if it's why would you call that on us? I don't know. It sounded like your kid was dying.
To add on to the lots of activity in the house, another neighbor reported that they saw lights on in the kitchen, which was cleaned. lights on in the kitchen, and that they saw people in the kitchen, like through their own window.
Okay, that's a
survival instincts of a pair.
I wouldn't even say a pair. A pair would probably have better survival instincts.
Cause like this, it ties back to the thing of though, you really don't know what's going on in someone else's house.
Again, this is past midnight.
Dog, what are you doing up?
Midnight snack in the kitchen.
MTV.
But
that was really popular in the 90s.
But again, it ties back to the John Wayne Gacy thing and his neighbors. Of like, no, everything's fine. I'm not gonna say anything. Like, it's just so frustrating.
I can't even formulate a sentence.
I can continue if you'd like.
How do you hear a child screaming bloody murder?
And everyone active in the middle of the night.
And you not say anything? Or not be like, hey, Mr. Copper, sir, their kid was screaming at
bloody
the wee
murder.
hours of the night.
And
shouldn't y'all look into that?
And they're supposedly drunk right now.
Yeah. I would also like to point out that there was no call that ever happened. You know, the ransom note. There was no call.
There was no call.
There was no call.
Did Ramsey ever pull out the money?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Fair enough. Okay, so...
I don't believe so. I believe they were at the house.
So they never heard back from these supposed kidnappers.
They never heard back from these supposed
Which is why I'm tripling down
Parents
on
did
the
it.
fact that the home invasion storyline here is BS because it doesn't add up.
Well, all up until this point, this was just a kidnapping.
And it wasn't a murder.
It was not yet a murder.
Right.
This just sounds like...
That they know.
So, with what we know, and we know they eventually find a body.
I'm at that point.
I know, but speculation before the reveal. I think the parents might have killed her in the kitchen and moved her to the basement.
I like this. I like this theory.
And she was killed in the kitchen, and I think she was hidden somewhere else in the house. And when the police were about to show up to look, they moved her to the basement and hid her in the basement.
Okay. So, at around 1 p.m., I remember this whole timeline.
Yeah.
Patsy woke up at 5:30. The cops get there between, I'd say, like 6 o'clock. It's not until 8 o'clock that, like, FBI investigators arrive. 10 o'clock, they get into the basement. It is 1 p.m.
So
that
3 hours after they get into the basement. Okay.
The detective asks, not other detective, not an investigator, not a cop. They asked John Ramsey and his friend that is there to search the house again.
Why are they asking the parent to search the house?
They are asking the father of the missing child and his friend. That should not be there, by the way.
Why is the friend there?
Because they called their friends over. Remember? To search the house.
Oh.
I assume it could have been... I'll put it into the cop's thought process a little. That
you know the house better than we do, kind of thing.
We know the house, and maybe a speculation of somehow your daughter's hiding from you. Somehow, it's a prank. Because they've got to go on that speculation before they go, like, above the ladder in the local area to be like, there is a foreign organization holding this dude's kid. And like you said, maybe you know the house better. Maybe she could be hiding. Maybe she got away. We don't see breaking and entering. Maybe they're inside the house. Because the end of the note did say it'll be even harder for you to get us the money.
Yeah.
So maybe in the whole ruse, it was going to be some, we had to leave the money in the house or something.
But when you also think that if you're going to have the person that lives in the house search the house, you would also have
A police
a
officer.
police officer, a detective, the investigator.
I was about to say, because
someone walking with.
But why would we do that?
all that making him and the friend search the house does is impede more on the investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Which is probably why this case is still unsolved.
So, John goes to the basement. He opens I'm not sure if it was the wine cellar or if it was another storage room. And inside he finds JonBenét's body. Now remember, they were just in this basement 3 hours before. And they did not find her. Her mouth was duct tape. She was bound, her hands were bound with a cord, and she was wrapped up in a basement to cover her. John picks her up and carries her back upstairs, further contaminating the crime scene.
But
in the defense, later on, he did say in an interview.
Hold on. Can I throw this out there? It was something if he was in shock of finding his daughter, so he carried her up there.
He thought he could still save her. He did not. Supposedly, he did not check if she was alive or not. Just in the panic. He just pulled
my baby, my child.
In the panic of, I need to save her.
Beau is laying there with his hands over his face, just depressed.
So, in the autopsy of JonBenét, the cause of death was asphyxiation by strangulation and a severe skull fracture. Yes.
So, whatever happened,
the strangulation.
I don't like where my brain goes with this, but I feel like he could have got drunk and went to harm his daughter in a way that I would not like to think, and she screamed, and he could have thrown her or something, or tried to choke her to get her to be quiet and killed her.
There was evidence.
Was there any kind of markings around her neck?
The strangulation was done with a cord and a broken paintbrush handle to make a garret. If you know.
So kind of like the tourniquet rope thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Not.
I did not.
That Casey did.
I didn't want to say like Casey, but
yes.
So.
But investigators believe that she was hit in the head first and was knocked unconscious.
So she was knocked out and strangled.
And then the cause of the death was strangulation.
Like I said, I don't want to throw out there, like I said, the speculation of the father.
There was evidence of sexual assault.
So I was right, yeah.
But experts have been debating whether it happened that night or whether it happened before. They cannot agree on when.
So if we want to speculate, it happened the night before. We could speculate that Ramsey could have done it or witnessed it, and she could have got hurt in some way, or he could have accidentally hurt her, and we can assume or speculate that because she was hurt or that terrible thing happened to his daughter, that he couldn't live with, it may be a way if he couldn't live with seeing her.
Yeah.
or live with what he did, and it was a mix of it, and that could have caused him to kill her.
Mm-hmm.
And the wife, again, like I said earlier, she's like, this is going to harm both of us. You messed up. And putting in a speculation, she could have been trying to cover herself.
Mm-hmm.
Because on top of them covering it and their daughter, air quote, disappearing, could have brought them more sympathy and traction to them still being popular, and them thinking that it would take the blame off of them with the note. Which
Gabe is bringing up points that I wasn't even going to bring up until further down the road, so I'm like,
But, okay, look.
you're doing so good.
This whole entire time that I've been sitting here, silently to myself,
Very.
my whole thought process is, if it was the dad,
Mm-hmm.
he hits the kid,
Yep.
and there's a blunt force trauma from the skull,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
Could have been an accident, could have been on purpose. But here's my question. If the dad did it, how do you accidentally strangle a kid?
you don't.
So he must have been cognitive. If it was him, he must have been cognitive enough to know what he was doing.
And
Because he had the wherewithal enough to duct tape her mouth, bound her by the hands. Were her legs bound?
No.
No,
I
just
don't-
just the hands.
I didn't see anything about her
Okay.
legs being bound.
Bound her hands, duct tape her mouth.
Her hands were like bound to her
or
neck.
I put it in a horrible way to knowing that she was sexually assaulted or there was sexual activity,
Mm-hmm.
that she could have been bound. She could have been screaming because this could have already been going on for a while.
Mm-hmm.
He could have, like abusers do, they repetitively do it.
Not to mention they were drunk.
Yes,
I just want
so
to throw that
Mhm.
bone
He-
out there.
in the case of the sexual assault stuff happening, is the abuser would usually get drunk and then commit the sexual assault. So if this was a repetitive thing, which messed up, this is speculation,
Mm-hmm.
this could have been a repetitive thing, and the scream could have been her trying to fight back, her in the fight of him hitting her or going to grab her, her hitting her head on, say, she's lying in bed, a bed frame, the floor, the wall.
If it was the
really hard.
kitchen, it could have been
Yeah.
the counter, the
Mhm.
fridge.
They could have, for speculation, he could have always carried her to the basement and assaulted her. He could have anywhere in the house, considering it being a big enough house, and she's screaming, she's fighting back, she gets hurt. He puts duct tape over her mouth so she doesn't make noise, and he binds her by the neck because in some weird way that could get him off. We've seen with John Wayne Gacy that it was a slow thing, and maybe this was just his final straw of going too far or feeling the guilt of it, or again him being intoxicated in some way he was getting off of it.
I have a couple of things that I'd like to point out. One being that the skull fracture was massive skull fracture. Two, the paintbrush that they found was part of Patsy's art supplies.
Oh my god.
Dude.
The brush part, remember, it was made with just the handle. The part of the brush, like the actual brush, was never found. There were
I think the brush part.
fibers from Patsy's clothes on the duct tape.
So she knew about it.
No. So the mother did it. That's what I'm picking up.
It could have been.
Or it could have been all speculation.
All speculation.
They
It's
both
unsolved for a reason.
could have done it. He could have done something,
it could have-
and she covered it up.
Because
Yep.
it's not like the 9-year-old kid could have done
It
it.
is so. Oh, let me.
Burke or whatever the hell his name was.
We'll get to Burke.
Bert.
Burke.
Burke.
It is very silent conversation
Sorry.
going on right now. are we wanting to wrap up?
How much more?
How much of the case do we have?
I have.
Just scroll down and look and tell
I
us.
have the theories of who did it left.
Mm.
So if we want that to be the next episode, I can go deeper into the theories.
That could honestly work.
I'm
All
fine
right.
with doing that.
Do we just so?
So we're at the stopping point of they've found the body. I've given you the autopsy results.
And the paintbrush.
Yes, there's only one other thing that I would like to point out with the autopsy.
Yes. Please do.
They found in her stomach partially digested pineapple, which would have meant that she would have eaten this pineapple a couple of hours before she passed in the middle of the night. But Patsy and John both say that she went straight to bed. And there was a bowl found in the kitchen of pineapple with Patsy's fingerprints on it.
Oh, and it wasn't the parents.
I'm-
Ow!
And that is what I will leave you with until next week.
Doesn't make sense. It's not adding up. It's not
Exactly.
adding up.
Mm-hmm.
The mom's fingerprints are on the fruit bowl. The mom's clothes fibers are on duct tape. What else did the mom have? The mom's paintbrush was used to strangle the kid.
The mom supposedly wrote the...
The mom supposedly, her handwriting matched the letter.
Oh no,
It
guys.
was her paper and
We
It was
weren't-
her paper and her pen.
We weren't
She found
active
the
at
note.
12 o'clock though. Like, dude, we were
But
asleep.
their kid was asleep, but she ate pineapple. There's a bowl of pineapple sitting on the
No
counter.
one recollects anyone eating pineapple.
But there's pineapple in her stomach. In a bowl of pineapple on the
But
counter.
there is starting to digest pineapple before she died. So it had to have been in her stomach long enough to start to digest. Beau is steaming.
Because there's so many holes. He's the same way I am. There's so many holes. And the police officers I'm not against police officers.
I don't know how
whatsoever.
you're. I don't know how you're so composed right now. I'm 2 seconds away from like crashing out.
Me? Or
Him.
Oh. I was like, me?
Because, like,
I had to research on this.
because there's just a lot of speculation. It's like I said, if it's kind of twisted, but it feels like it's like some last meal thing too now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a weird area because we have the time of people seeing them and hearing JonBenét screaming,
Literal bloody murder.
At midnight.
At
midnight.
which
At
to me
midnight.
that's where speculation, that's where the duct tape would come into play. That's where it would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Or the duct tape, or one of the parents hitting her in the head.
The
Or-
bump and the tape.
Her being hit in the head. Yeah.
Because
The tape, a lot of the speculation behind this entire case is how staged the basement was.
yeah.
You have the window, you have
The suitcase.
the suitcase, and the
The
footprints
alibi.
that are only in the basement of boots that no one owns.
Because like we'll wrap it up here and
Okay.
continue.
No.
No, or do you want to continue, Beau?
We can continue because I want to put my guess in as to
Okay.
what happened.
Because if we look at it in hindsight and we put everything together, we can rule out the tape and the binding make sense. They knocked her out. We'll assume she was knocked out before the tape. They
Mhm.
knocked her out, and now they're scared when she wakes up, she'll scream. And we don't need that happening, right? That's the
Mhm.
parents' thing. They don't need her to scream. Because now someone's heard it once, and again, you can brush that off. She was scared, she seen a bug, she got spooked, right? That's one scream. But if they hear it again, and it's even later in the night, tape. Now, if the parents were doing something to her that she clearly does not like to scream loud enough to be heard outside of the house, we don't want her to be able to get outside. We don't want her to be able to access doors, so they bound her hands.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's just why she was killed. I think after the bump, with their drunkenness and everything and the death, I still can't formulate together why they would kill her in the way they did. Because, as we've seen with Gacy, is that is a very purposeful way to kill someone. I don't know if they thought it could hold her and scare her as a, oh, you know what will happen if you speak out thing. But that was a very purposeful thing. And the fact that the mom's tape was, it sounds like the parents went in the room together. We'll just assume she was in her bedroom, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I think that the pineapple could have been... The only way I can roll in the pineapple is maybe when they came in, the kid was... I'm sorry I'm using the kid. Names are bad for me.
JonBenét.
But JonBenét, she wanted a snack and all they had was pineapple, or it was something that was in the fridge. Or she had recently cut up that day, maybe. She gave it to JonBenét. Then they actually did get her changed and put her in the bedroom. But then they were scheming to do what we have the evidence of them doing or happening to her. And things went horribly wrong. Again, it could have been something they often done to JonBenét. Speculation. This is...
Mm-hmm.
It could have been something that they often done. And this was the one time JonBenét resisted very bad. She could have had the reaction of, this is very bad and I don't want to do it, because we know that they were intoxicated, correct?
Mm-hmm.
They were drinking, they were intoxicated. And maybe this time they were going much farther than they usually did. And now that they've went much farther, it scares her way further than the normal point of what is happening to her. She lets out the scream. It spooks them. Someone hits her really hard and doesn't stop because they're scared and intoxicated. And it, brain chemistry is really messed up when you're intoxicated severely.
Mm-hmm.
So something in there didn't allow them to stop. And maybe Ramsey's wife pulled him off and started panicking.
Okay.
That's kind of what I can see there as speculation, because we've got a ruling that the pineapple thing is my ruling, because just a little part of that, it's weird to go off, but kids, when they're up longer, they need a little more food, and that's why they always have snacks and stuff. They're growing.
Mm-hmm.
So that to me would make sense with the pineapple. But the cover-up thing is, again, and them being intoxicated and Ramsey's wife doing the note the way she did would also make sense if she's panicked. And on top of that, she'd know about the bonus. And she's panicked, intoxicated. And again, she's not thinking straight. So what is a way to get the heat off of us? It's a foreign organization far away from us. That's not in this house.
Doesn't have a name either.
Yep.
Yes, there's no...
They never mentioned a name.
Nope.
It signed off Victory SBTC. There's no... That is...
Okay, so here's my thing. So, I don't think the tape was put on while she was alive.
It
No.
could have been when she was dead.
So, we gotta keep in mind, this was a 6-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Their skulls probably aren't that strong.
No.
So what my belief is here's what happens. So she's in the kitchen. All speculation, just throwing that out here. I'm just guessing. I'm just spitballing. There's a reason why this case is unsolved. She goes downstairs to eat the pineapple at midnight, right? Parents come down. They're drunk.
What are you doing?
They're not happy.
Yep.
They strike her with whatever it is. How bad did you say the skull fracture was?
Massive.
Bad skull fracture.
So
It is believed that it would have knocked her unconscious.
I believe that, but
I can add a little to yours. It could have been. I've known parents that, like, when they spank their child, they grab like whatever's closest. So into that, it could have been.
It could have been a bottle.
It could have been a metal spoon. It could have been a wooden spoon.
It could have been a pan.
Pan something.
But what I think happened is they strike her in the head with whatever it was. Again, 6-year-old girl.
Yep.
Probably didn't survive that hit.
Nope. Or she could have been barely there.
Or she could have been very close to death.
And they thought she was already dead, or what are we going to do?
So what happens then is they take her down to the basement, they stage the tape on her mouth, they stage the bindings, and they stage the strangulation on her neck.
Mm-hmm. The strangulation is what killed her.
Oh, the strangulation is what killed her?
The strangulation is what killed her.
Okay, so maybe the hit almost killed her.
That's...
And then...
But they needed something to make it...
They needed
to make it look like she got
alibi.
Killed. Exactly. But at the end, the asphyxiation still killed her because she was still alive.
Yeah.
But barely.
That's what
I think what happened. Because the pineapple, and then you have the note, all of these things, the paintbrush, and all of these things connect back to the mother.
Mm-hmm.
So what I think happened is they hit her with the pan and realized, oh crap, our kid's dead. We have to make it look like she got kidnapped and killed.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end run, it could have been reversed. John could have been the one helping the mother cover up for something she done.
Right.
Because it's like you said, the knocking... Because Lily said the hit knocked her unconscious.
Uh-huh.
So like you said, they could have been using the cord as an alibi, but in turn actually fully killed her.
Right. Because it's like I said, she's 6.
Yeah.
6-year-old little girl.
6-year-old girl.
Pan, whatever the object was, versus a 6-year-old girl's skull.
Honestly,
the object's gonna win.
You know, something that popped in my head as speculation is like, she could have had the mom could have had some form of jealousy towards her daughter if her daughter was doing better than her in pageants at that age.
She was a star.
Yeah.
At 6.
So.
There's so much that
there's so many factors.
I wish I could say, but I'm going to save it because there's something to do with the pineapple that I'm just gonna say. There's something to do with the pineapple that I'm gonna tell you later.
The pineapple is just pissing me off. I hate to say
Robert.
Because remember, there is someone else that lives in this house.
The 9-year-old killed the girl? Absolutely not. I doubt
Hold on,
That is one of the main 3 theories.
Just a game theory. I don't want to get copyright striked. Please don't attack us, Matt.
Yeah, we are not sponsored in the slightest. But you know what? I don't think I've ever had a case, even though we've only done 2 so far, that made me this angry.
I think you were pretty angry at the victims of Gacy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I definitely
All
was.
right.
But that wraps up part 1 of JonBenét Ramsey. I didn't think we were going to do part 2, but yeah, here we are.
I had no clue I had this much.
Thanks to Lily for doing the research, because I needed a break from doing the research after Gacy.
Seems like you were worse off not doing the research.
Yeah, it would appear so. But yeah, tune in next week when we drop part 2. That's part 1 of JonBenét Ramsey. So as always, from Beau
and Gabe
and Lily,
stay safe and watch the clock.